You dunked in the game at 15.
I wasn't dunking at 15.
You were dunking at 15. Stop it.
I was barely dunking in the league.
He got heavy calves.
Yeah, I wasn't a jump. I'm telling you, I probably started dunking comfortably probably around 11th grade. Yes, like just with no effort. Yes, bro. I'm a scorer. I'm not a jumper.
You'll score, all right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. I got to pull up some clips. My favorite thing to do is like see old videos of my brother's cricket hand contest, and then we put it in the group chat. So it's like my favorite thing when they show old like clips of whatever, and you see him like defending Kobe or D-Wade's little, you know, and Anthony would be over here and D-Wade be shooting over there. That's our favorite thing to put in the group chat.
Is this you?
Yeah, like, hold on. Number 18 with the cricket contest. Because he was guarding all of y'all.
Yeah, the ball,
That's
the
my
best.
boy,
Yeah, it's
dog.
crazy.
I mean, obviously, dunking for women it's not new now, but it was kind of like a real jaw-dropping thing back when at 15 you were doing it. I mean, Lisa Leslie, there's only a handful of people that were dunking. So as a woman, or you were a teenage girl at that time, what was that like?
She had swag with her. I think she the first one who had swag with. Everybody else was like getting it. Like she was dunking it.
Yeah.
She had swag with
I
it.
just wish that I wouldn't have messed up my knee. Because my bunnies before were, like, I was easy two-hand before I blew out my knee. But what was crazy was in my household, it was like I dunked before my brothers dunked at that age. So I was more excited about dunking before my older brothers did. So I could brag at the dinner table. Because my brothers were, you know, they were a little shorter than me. So we'd all started high school at the same time. I was 6'2" my freshman year. Anthony was 5'7" and Marcus was 5'5". So I was like, y'all lucky. Y'all that much older than me. So you imagine driving your freshman sister to high school.
And she busted your
She get
ass.
out the car and you exactly. But I think that was what I was most proud of. I just wish I would have worked a little harder on the landing because I think that's what ultimately all gas, no brakes. But I mean, it was exciting to be able to go out there and do things that people hadn't been accustomed to seeing, you know, a teenage girl do.
I mean, you told us off camera and it blew me away. You're 14 surgeries deep.
That's crazy.
In an ACL, your senior year of high school with Coach Summit watching, and you know, tell us what you were telling. I mean, I thought it was incredible. I mean, your journey was almost over before it started.
It's crazy. I've been bone on bone since I've been 17 years old. I came back in 5 months from ACL because I wanted to play my senior year. So when you see the old McDonald's All-American clips of me in the dunk contest and playing the game, I have a big, bulky knee brace. I was 9 months from ACL surgery. So I had surgery.
You're normally kind of supposed to come back, but you came back at 5.
Yeah. And I think that's what ultimately caused the next year where I had to redshirt my freshman year at Tennessee. I had total knee reconstruction, femoral condyle resurfacing. And yeah, I mean, it definitely was difficult because basketball was my only love. I mean, I would do anything to bounce the ball. And so to have that kind of taken away, it was really difficult, I think, mentally, moving away from home, going through surgeries and things like that. But then progressively through my career, I just realized I was pushing through pain too much. And it got unhealthy at a point where it was like you're hurting other things because you're pushing through knee pains. And, you know, ultimately, like my foot was broken when I stopped playing. And so I have to stop associating like pushing through stuff as being tough and an athlete.
Too much compensation.
It's crazy because now my back is jacked up. And so as you get to knocking on the door, I'm knocking on 40, you realize like all the stuff you're doing, the mileage you put on your body,
It's gonna catch up.
playing all year round. Yeah, it catches up with you.
I think you said something really interesting because our generation was taught to push through it, fight through it, tough it up. And then now you're seeing us. I mean, you and Jack were comparing back war stories, you know, before we were on camera. And it's just like the one thing I will say, and I think it's starting to switch, but kind of the old school players in the old school, man, they're soft. They're not, they need to do that. Nah, they're protecting the asset.
body.
Yeah, taking care of their bodies.
The body.
I didn't understand when people were like, when you're 40, you will, you know, because you just, I was taking the Toradol shots in the butt to play in the playoff games. And I was doing the injections with a little bit of cortisone that became a little bit more of cortisone in my knees and in my feet, in my hips, in my shoulder. So I've done all of that stuff, and I just really am a firm believer in like taking your time. And I'm even learning now, like pushing past stuff on the Peloton. For what? What am I pushing past pain?
My best days are
On
behind
the
me.
Peloton. Like, but it's just, it's a
That athlete.
mindset.
It's that mindset in you, yeah.
You can't turn it off. I'm like, I'm on the, this is a hip hop ride. What am
Yeah.
I doing?
Chill out.
Yeah, like
What was
chill.
you touched on it, but getting shot up. I got shot up with the Toradol. I had the what was the other thing you were saying? It slipped my mind. The cortisone in my toe. What was the most painful one you did? I had to go to the emergency room when I got my toe shot up in Phoenix with cortisone. Felt like my foot was gonna explode, and it swole and it got all red. I thought it was gonna die.
That is,
Swear to God, that shit hurt
was
so
gonna die.
bad, bro. It hurt bad.
it's like a happy medium, because then you start getting them faster in between. The toughest one, I think, for me was I had a bone bruise, and it just started hurting.
In your knee?
Yes, in my knees. And we were playing Minnesota. I don't know what year it was, but we were playing Minnesota that year in the playoffs, and it started hurting. And then all of a sudden one day I just couldn't practice. Like I just couldn't. And again, we didn't sit out of practice. There was no like, oh, you played 37 minutes last night. Maybe you shouldn't practice today. It was like, the team is practicing. That's what we did. And so I practiced whatever. And then it was like, okay, you have this bone bruise. It's on the MRI. So I was getting a Toradol shot by the doctor for Minnesota Lynx, one of the doctors, before the game to try to play. And that was one of the most painful things, because you think you get through those 40 minutes, but then it's the whole evening after that.
Horrible.
Waking up and the throbbing pain and all that stuff. So
it's the stuff that people don't talk about, but as athletes, you remember those. Some of those times were tough, painful as hell. But them shots were, because that Toradol make you feel like Superman, Superwoman. Like,
like I was jumping out the gym.
You forget anything is wrong with you.
Yes.
It made me. I separated my shoulder going in the playoffs one time with the Clippers, and it was my shooting arm either. I couldn't even shoot. I wasn't shooting. I wasn't going through practice. You get that shot and you're like, holy shit. Yeah. Like what? This can't be good for me.
But guess what? The pain is still there. Yeah, you just don't feel it.
Like I feel so good that this shot, I know this shot is fucked up. Yeah. Because I shouldn't feel nothing.
100%. No, that's true.
It's so strong. It's unbelievable.
I feel you. And nowadays I look at all the things that I shouldn't have done, and I wish, because as an athlete, you're just thinking about now.
We got to be protected against ourselves at times.
Yeah, and I needed that because there's no way. Like I dislocated my shoulder in 2008 in the game to go to the Final Four. And girl drove behind me. I reached. She came up with the ball. I went down. My shoulder came out, like just hanging as I'm dribbling down the court. So I go to the ref. I hand him the ball. I go in the back. I'm like, no, I'm going back in. Like, this is to go to the Final Four. This could be my last game of my entire career. I'm going back in. So they're like, okay. They put my shoulder back in. I went back in. Reached with my left hand like an idiot. Dislocates again.
Same game?
Same game.
Oh, my God.
So I go back, and Coach Summon is like, if you can't come back in, I was like, okay, well, my teammate had a shoulder injury. So they're like, we have a brace that you can wear, but if it dislocates again, you're out. If it dislocates again, this would be the third time in one game. I just sit my ass down. Tell me I can't play. Came back in, played. We went to the Final Four, but like, geez, it's just like,
that's how you wired.
I just wish there ain't no way if Layla, I sit down. No. Like as her mom, no way.
Mm-hmm. Real quick, but before we move on.
What if she say, Mom, you did it?
Right.
I'll be like, but I'm protecting you from you. I wish somebody would have protected me from me. I'm serious.
Real quick before you move on, how many surgeries and where?
So 10 knee surgeries, 2 foot surgeries, which actually one of the scariest things is during my foot surgery, the surgeon severed my nerve. So I couldn't feel my foot. And I had like one of those like, what is it called? Nerve blocks. So I shouldn't have been able to feel my foot, but I felt it was weird. So we went to the ER in the middle of the night. They had to cut off the cast. It was a whole thing. So I was.
Oh, you didn't even. So the surgeon didn't know he did that.
No. Wow. Or he did, but anyway.
Yeah.
So I had the reconstructive surgery again to follow that surgery up, and they did a conduit and reconnected the nerves. So it's still a little weird. Like my toes are a little weird, but they were like, you were so close to having drop foot. So like 2 foot surgeries and then the shoulder surgery.
Damn.
So labrum. So yeah, I'm bionic. I'm hoping science can grow cartilage and stuff, but I don't know if I can wait for the knee replacement. Like I'm ready to get out and start playing beach volleyball, but I can't. So I'm like,
slow your ass down, Candace.
yeah, but I want to
slow it down.
I got to stay right for these boys because
Yeah,
my
they gonna
3.5
keep you
year old
running.
right now is like, do you play basketball? I'm like, whoa.
Right.